My name is Kristen Paraso, and I will be using an app called Explain Everything to explain John Burke. I often use this app in my classroom to make videos for my students to watch, and today I will use it for a video for you to watch. So, John is a physics and science teacher at St. Andrew's Boarding School in Delaware. However, John and I have a connection in Georgia. I currently work at Lovett, and he used to work at our sister/rival school called Westminster. Both schools could be found right in the heart of Atlanta, and they serve very similar populations. And John actually mentioned that he knows a couple of my colleagues who still work with me. So, one interesting fact about John is that he is a blogger, and his blog is called Quantum Progress. You can actually find the link on his bio in Canvas. So he met a man named Moses Rifkin, who currently works at University Prep of Seattle, when he was at a People of Color conference, and then he blogged about Moses. And so what Moses did was introduce social justice, privilege, and institutional racism into the physics classroom. So Moses made up this 6-day lesson in which students would do a project to figure out why there are so few black physicists. And he really thinks it's interesting to explore more topics similar as this and kind of talk about the social justice of science and the culture of science rather than just the facts. John's all-time favorite professional development experience was one in which he created. So he hosted what was called Physics Teachers Camp. He had a lot of people he'd met online in various different forums, Twitter, etc. And he thought it would be really cool if all these physics teachers just came together for a few days and just talked about physics stuff. So he was able to host them at his boarding school because it's pretty quiet during the summer, and they came together and they just did physics stuff. If you want more information on this can also be found on his blog. There's a tab called Physics Teachers Camp, and you can read his blogs of what they did. Cheers to John for being innovative and coming up with his own professional development that fit his needs as well as other physics teachers. One of John's innovative teaching techniques he refers to as guided reflection. So each week he has his students fill out a Google form in which they basically reflect. They talk about setting goals that they have, they develop a plan, and they talk about roadblocks that they might have. And then he meets with them to talk about how they can meet the goals that they have. You might wonder why John joined GLN. Well, he said it was a way to connect with other teachers. He said that it was a way to expand his blogging. He said it was kind of like a global physics department. He could meet with other physics teachers, hopefully, in other parts of the world. And also, he liked that it was kind of pre-packaged. So instead of having to make his own physics teacher camp, there was just this GLN that was already made for him that he could just go ahead and join. What is John most excited about? Well, he said he's excited about having interesting conversations with teachers around the United States as well as around the globe and being able to build relationships. What does he have some trepidation about? Well, the time constraint, because we know as teachers we're all really busy. So, with that being said, I guess I will end this video because I know we all have other things to do and we are all very busy. Have a good weekend.